Hey there, my beautiful friends. So obviously this is my new favorite spot to do my videos because who doesn't love this? Okay, maybe some people don't love it, but I love it, so that's all that matters. Okay, so I was having a conversation earlier and I don't know, in my space, in my world, we talk a lot about cause and effect. And so I just, generally have adapted and grown my understanding around what that means. And the person I was talking to earlier, she was like, I don't understand that. I don't understand what that means, the cause and the effect. But it is a law that we run by, right? And so I wanted to hop on here and just give a little clarity around what cause and effect is. Because I think there's a big misconception or a misunderstanding around what that is, and it really does matter. So for every cause, there is an effect. So what does that mean? So oftentimes people think that money is the cause of their challenges, right? The lack of money, there not being enough, or it just not being there, right? So in essence, they're making money the cause for either the cause for why you're happy or the cause for why you're sad or the cause for why things are good or bad, blah, 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 right? So if we were to actually take a look at it, everything comes from one source, right? There's a equal reaction for every action, right? Hopefully you've heard this. If not, you're welcome. So there's an equal reaction for every action, right? So this is perfect evidence. Like my kids, they come up and my son was getting frustrated because his sister wasn't listening to him this morning. So he shoved her. And then so that was the action. That was the cause. And then the effect was she came back and shoved him and she was all upset and angry, right? So the effect was like a rebound back and negative energy. Well, it all came from that initial cause, which was him shoving first, right? Well, I'm sure it actually came back to whatever started the whole conversation in the first place. So if we look at our life, at our world, and look at all of the effects around you, which you could also translate into your results or into your demonstrations, depending on what area, or manifestations, right? Depending on how you want to verbalize it. So look at the effect that you have going on in your life right now, right? What are you manifesting? What are you demonstrating? So your house, your vitality and your health, your finances, your success in your business, your success in your relationships, all of that, that's the effect, okay? That is just the results, the manifestations, the demonstrations to the cause. Okay, so if money isn't the cause of your happiness, your joy, your sadness, your frustration, what is? The cause, because that's an effect, okay? That's just a result of. So the cause, wait for it, is your thinking. The cause is us. Right? And so this may be kind of hard to hear because I had to sit and ponder with it. I had to sit with it and just really kind of chew on it for a little while to really understand it. And I had to hear it quite a few different ways in order to be like, wow, you're right. So cause is us. Well, we can take it one step further. We are, just manifestations. We are physical expressions of source, of God, of divine, of universe, of creation, right? So ultimately, God, universe, source, divine, is the cause. Okay? It's where everything is created from. Where absolutely everything is created from. And it doesn't matter like your belief system, right? Whatever your belief system is, the center, the bigger piece of it, whether you call it God, whether you call it universe, whether you call it divine, creation, Allah, whatever, it's all the same thing. And it's the cause. Okay? So that is where everything comes from. Okay, and it doesn't care. I'm not gonna say care. It doesn't. My words aren't coming. Generalize, like it. You know, nothing's big or small. Everything has a relativity. You know, like it's not big or small until you compare it to something else. So and. You know, the law is no different for you than it is for me, or for the top of your company, whoever's at the top of the company. It's just the same. It's just like the law of gravity. It doesn't pick and choose who gets to deal with gravity today. We all do, right? It's all the same. It's just how things work. So cause is source, right? So how we transmute that energy, that cause, is with our thinking, right? So the cause for the demonstrations, the manifestations, the experiences, the abundance of money, the lack of money, the abundance of success, the lack of success, the abundance of health, the lack of health, like the cause comes from here, right? And so by waking up and adjusting our consciousness, your consciousness is your thinking. That's where everything comes from. That source comes through your consciousness, right? And our whole experience in life is to awaken a consciousness, you know, continue to expand and learn about ourselves and discover who we are and tap into our power and tap into your divine essence, right? And you continue to manifest and express and experience greater things, right? So cause and effect. The cause to your effect, right? Your results, your manifestations, your things that you're demonstrating is you, right? And so the more that you are able to dive into just getting connected and getting to know you and recognizing, you know, the habits of thought and the beliefs that you have and the like unspoken programming that you just have going on autopilot all the time is the cause to your effect, what you're demonstrating, what you're manifesting, what you're receiving. Okay? So I hope that clears that up. Do you have a better understanding of what cause and effect means? And ultimately, you know, how everything comes back to us. So if someone is demonstrating negative behavior, right? Like ultimately, we are the cause, right? Like they are only demonstrating that negative behavior because some part of us is in harmony with whatever it is that they're expressing, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't be around to receive it, right? So just recognizing, okay, and then you have the choice to either hop onto that frequency and be like, yeah, I totally agree, blah, 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 right? Or you have the choice to be like, oh, I don't love that effect that I'm receiving right now. I am going to raise your frequency, your vibration, adjust where you're at, and maybe send out lots and lots of love, right? Or just change the space. So cause and effect. It's really, really important for you to understand like this universal law, and ultimately cause comes from divine source, right? Divine source is in every single cell of your body, you know, every single cell of you. And so how you connect to divine source ultimately responds and brings you your demonstrations, your effect. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful and that this brings some clarity and maybe like sparks some things to think and meditate on. And I would love to hear your conversations and your thoughts on this. And if you have any questions or you're like, I don't really agree with that or whatever, post them in the comments below. I would love to hear your feedback. All right. Expect abundance, my friends. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.